Okay, now just for a second think about your favourite Call of Duty game and what's the one most frustrating thing that really gets your goat, makes you almost throw your control up the wall and almost makes you give up on gaming that night and turn the TV off and your console and everything and just go to bed. For me, it's this, being 1 kill away from a legitimate win only to have it stolen away from me by these guys. Man, I was so close, I was right on top of them. And they won, unfortunately. And the thing is, this was earlier on. I almost knew they were there anyway and I should have used a little bit of street smarts. It's almost like exactly the same kill cam. I'm steamrolling towards them with the same class. This is my booster class, by the way. UMP45, cold-blooded and ninja, and the RPG, and boom, there we go. Nice little double kill, thank you very much. Maybe I might win this game, but we know I don't. Just dangle my testicles on the head and hope for some retribution. And do I get retribution? Of course I fucking do. You're talking to me now. Da 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 wop wop wop. Campers! I fucking hate them. Space? What the fuck is this guy doing? See, this is what I'm saying. What the fuck was that? Oh man! This is how they roll. Pro beast. Wow. Da 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 wop 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 wop. Fuck! So, damage evaluation. Well, my pride is a little bit dented, but my will is not. My main intention now is to go out and humiliate these guys as much as I possibly can. I've kind of got a pretty sterling idea of where the booster points are in this map. I mean, let's face it, I've had that many booster justice moments playing this game on free-for-all that you do kind of get to know the ins and outs. I mean, straight away from that first kill there, it was kind of the first port of call. It was either going to be there or a little further to the left, behind the one container. That's where they seem to go. But eventually these guys do get their just desserts, and all thanks to the power of the Turtle Beaches, I find out exactly where they are just by following my ears that God gave me. But in the meantime, leading up to that, we get some nice kills. It's a decent gameplay. Now, I know a lot of you are going to be jumping on my back about the use of the AK-47 with the red dot sight, but listen, I've only just unlocked it. You know, I've only just hit level 70. I've literally just unlocked the AK-47. I've bypassed the grenade launcher because I'm not into that kind of thing. I could put it on, and maybe it would have been ideal for these guys, but I don't know. If I put the grenade launcher on, I'm going to be too tempted to use it on other people, and that's just downright not fair. So I opted for the red dot sight because I don't mind a red dot sight. You know, it adds a little bit of recoil onto this gun, and the thing is with the AK-47, the recoil's pretty bad anyway. So you put a red dot sight on and anything like that, and it seems to just add a little bit to it. So it's always best to keep the attachments off or put a suppressor on. That manages to balance it out. But as far as the Model 1887 single was concerned, it was just a little bit of novelty. I just wanted to rank it up and get the akimbos and get back to doing what I love, cheesing it out. Now this kind of begs me to ask a simple question. 5 years old or so, this game. Why do people still boost on it? They always say before you destroy something you must understand it. And that's what I don't get, you know? Maybe when the game was going on in its, prime, it was understandable when people used to boost if they weren't very good at the game or they wanted to get to maximum prestige, whatever, I don't condone it, even though once upon a time I did admit that very early on in Modern Warfare 2 I did boost because I had a couple of invites from people to do it, but that was in like 1v1 cage matches, and to be honest with you, I wasn't good at the game. I got into Call of Duty 4, that was the first ever online experience I had with multiplayer gameplay, and that was just before Modern Warfare 2 came out. Like I say, I never experienced World at War. So Modern Warfare 2, I went into it with completely both feet, and I got my ass kicked because I didn't have a very good understanding of how to play. I didn't quite know what sensitivity I liked to play on. And it was all these things about finding out about myself. So once upon a time, somebody sent me an invite and said, "Hey, do you want to boost?" I said, "Sure, yeah, whatever that is, I'll go for it." And we did. We went in the 1v1 cage match, which I don't know why they ever took that away. That for me, that was the booster's paradise. If you want people to boost and it's not going to affect anybody else, they should have kept the cage match there. But they took it away for the simple fact that people did go there to boost and whatever. It doesn't bother me either way. I'll play against a level 1, I'll play against a level 10, level 70 prestige. It really doesn't bother me. Either way, people are people. You're either going to get good players or bad players. You're not going to get any better and improved by shooting somebody in the head 5 foot away from you on a constant basis. It's just not going to improve your gameplay. So I really need to understand the psyche of people, why they boost. You know, instead, I know these videos get dislikes, and that's fine. I don't know whether people dislike it because they don't like the intro, because some people say it's too long. Fair enough. You know, people say, shorten the intro, it's too long, man. I can't. You know, this intro was custom made for me, and I'm happy with it. But if I shortened it down, it would completely knacker it up because it's made how it's made. So maybe people dislike these videos for that. Or maybe people just downright dislike it because they do this, and they don't like to be exposed, and they don't like people talking harshly of them. Well, if that's the case, fine, fair enough. But tell me why. Tell me why you dislike it. Tell me in the comments section. You know, you're going to get some attacks on you. People are going to hate on you, fair enough. But stand your ground. Don't be yellow about it, you know. Say, we do this because of X, Y, Z. I'm not very good at the game. I want to throw my KD up a little bit, and I can't do it playing a regular game, so this is why I boost. And, you know, people might respect you a little bit more for that. People might actually stand strong and say, do you know what, at least you're honest. You're a cocksucker, but at least you're honest. I can't stand cowardice. I really can't. You want to play a coward's game? Go and play a fucking Scooby-Doo game. He was enough of a coward. Or if you absolutely honestly must play Call of Duty, then, do you know what? Go and play Domination. Find a friend and go and boost in a game of Domination for headshots only. No kill streaks. That's not going to affect anybody. The game's probably going to be won anyway if they're one man down or we're one man down, or if, you know, depending on the better team who's the stronger dominating team. It's not a problem. It's not going to affect anybody. If it's a team deathmatch game, of course it's going to change the way the game runs because it's all down to kills. If it's a free-for-all game, of course it's going to change the way the game runs because it's all down to kills. Again, there is nothing worse than running and charging around with that fire in your belly and that buzz, knowing that you're getting the job done and you're doing well. You're quicker to the draw than people, and you're doing a sterling job. And all of a sudden you look down and think, how am I losing by 3 kills? Don't get me wrong, I'm not obnoxious. I know there are much better players out me than out there. I do. You know, I'm not the best player in the world. I'm sloppy. I make stupid errors. I'm getting old. I'm getting old, and my senses aren't probably what they used to be. Maybe that goes against me. But these guys still do this thing now. This still happens. Even though tactical insertions have gone, they find other ways to be cheap. And if I want cheap, I'll go to Poundland and buy myself a pack of tissue rolls. Apocalypse done.
Tryhards always raging, then they get to fussing. They always rage quit, and then they start cussing. I'm trolling online, but I ain't saying nothing. Cause if I'm in your game, then I'm booster busting.